Hello friends, and welcome to my kitchen. I am giving a review of a curriculum called Playing Preschool. So my cover fell off, but it was at the end of the year, so it basically lasted all year, which is pretty awesome, honestly, because I have a 3.5-year-old and a 4.5-year-old, and they are boys. And so last year when we got this, last November we started, they were 2.5 and 3.5. So the fact that this actually survived is incredible, okay? So I just want to give you a review of this. You can find this curriculum at busytoddler.com, and you'll be able to find like the program overview and details like that. But I want to give my perspective of this curriculum, how it worked for us, and also I want to share the calendar time, like the songs that kind of go with it and stuff. So it's kind of a combined thing. So, but yeah, you can find this at busytoddler.com. This is the reason why we actually end up really liking this is because if you love Pinterest like I do, you go on there and you see these really fun ideas for kids, how kids can learn the alphabet, and you're like, oh, they would love that, and they would love this, and it's just like, you're like pin. But this, to me, it's awesome because it's kind of like they get to experience all those types of things, but it's already in a book for you. I am scatterbrained and not organized enough to get that stuff together, to know to get the proper skill sets, making sure they get the range of skill sets they need for preschool, because we know that, preschoolers learn, they need a lot of play, they need a lot of reading and just general things that most of us can do. But this is just awesome because my kids needed some routine. They needed to learn to sit down a little bit. They didn't have to sit down a ton, but just sitting down, getting a routine for us, we needed some structure in our day. And so this was really fun, and it also just gave us like that thing to look forward to. So without further ado, this is the startup guide, and it will lay out everything. Guys, this is so easy. It lays out everything for you. But this is the program overview. There are, it's the same amount of time as a traditional school year, I believe 190 days, and there are 19 units. Each unit is 2 weeks long, and so it's a different theme or topic. So apples, colors, nursery rhyme, clothing, food, 5 senses, community helpers, all of those things. The themes are so fun. The things they do with these themes are really, really fun. And you learn a letter every 2 weeks, and there's quite a few here. You learn 2 letters every 2 weeks. And so that is that. And then it says where to start, and it lays out the skill sets your kids are gonna learn, how to read the unit. I mean, it is laid out so well, guys. It's so easy. I had never even tried any kind of homeschooling, and so the fact that this was so easy was so relieving to me. And so it tells you the skills they learn. So they'll be learning predicting, recall and retell, sorting, number sense, measurement, shape, and alphabet knowledge. And then it breaks that down for you. I mean, it is incredible, guys. And so it gives you tips for starting a unit, like, because it can be nerve-wracking. But now I'm gonna jump into, it says, what is a morning calendar routine? And it does lay this out for you right here, but I just want to share with you. This is the calendar we used. You don't have to use this calendar. We hung it on the wall, and then I'd take it down. So this is how we started class. And so here's our calendar. It's not, the days aren't even the right spot because the kids mess with this after we were done with it at the end of the year. So, but just the songs that you'll go through. So you'll go through days of the week, months of the year are the main ones, and then the weather song. And so with the months, the song goes January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December, the 12 months of the year. And then you go to days of the week, which they'll sing it with you, or maybe they won't, but they will eventually. So days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. And so we would point that out as we sing, and then they can, sort of says yesterday was, today is, so yesterday was Wednesday, so what's that today? And then they can put it up for you. So with the calendar, I really let them be hands-on with it. So like when we said, what's the weather like today? Like today, like today, what's the weather like today? Tell me, Jonas. And I'd pick on one of my kids, And they would tell me the season, and then they could, you know, go up here. Is it really hot, really cold? And then they get to pick how they're feeling. There's different feelings: happy, sad, silly, angry, and all those things. And if they actually felt angry, we would stop and we'd talk about it for a minute, hug and all that, and figure it out. So that is the calendar. So that's how we start out class. And class, honestly, for us, school class, it was never over an hour. I mean, a lot of times it was 30 minutes. It was very quick and easy and just fun. It was very fun. And so I'm going to take you just to show you the first unit really quick. The first unit was apples, and then it gives you a supply list. Now with the supply list, most of the stuff that you need for supplies you already have at home, and if you don't, you can just get it from Dollar Tree. I was at Dollar Tree, fairly often. You know, I didn't blow a bunch of money, but so that was helpful. There's a few supplies that you'll probably need to grab. Like for instance, like apples. I didn't have. You need like yellow, green, and red apples for this, so they can sort different colors for apples. But like, so you might need to grab apples or something a little extra on top of the supplies. But it's really, for us, it was very doable. So you have your supply list. It gives you off the front, and then books. So the books they give you, of course, go with the theme. We got ours at the library. And so for instance, here it says you get Apples by Gail Gibbons, Apples, Apples, Apples by Nancy Elizabeth, and so on. And so we would check those out at the library. If they didn't have a book in stock that was that book, we would just go ahead and go to, oh, sorry, my husband just came home, so my dog's barking. So we would just go to, if they didn't have that book in stock, we would just get a different book that was about apples, basically. So that was what we did there, and it was so fun because with the books, they were able to, I mean, there's some books we never would have checked out, but we checked out because of this program, and there's so many books now my kids love because of this program. My husband just threw his lunch at me. Thank you, I appreciate that. Real life. And so, and of course, this is the week, or this is week 1 of the apples unit, and it gives you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it says, you know, you're going to predict during this day, you're doing a math skill this day. It lays it all out for you really, really well. And so day 1 right here, you have introduce the topic. What is an apple? Have a conversation with your child about apples. What are apples? How do we get apples? Then you do the read aloud. And then you talk about predictions. You do a learning activity, which this one was the sorting apples by color. And then you do an easy activity, which this one is apple stamping. And so you cut an apple in half and you stamp with paint. And it's just a fun kind of like sensory play thing. But there are so many, guys. Oh, this activity shows up a lot in this book. And it is awesome. This is called the alphabet hunt, and you hunt for the letter in your house. So like you take sticky notes and you stick them all around the house. We like to do it at nighttime when it's dark, so I'd stick them all around, and then the kids, I'd give them flashlights, which who doesn't love those, and they'd have to find them, and they would compete against each other, sometimes get aggressive. But they'd find them, and I'm like, what'd you find? The letter A. Well, what sound does the letter A make? Ah. And so, guys, it's just so fun. We loved this program, this unit. It was just above and beyond what we expected. Well worth the money. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know some people were asking. And so, yeah, if you just need a little bit of organization and you need some help, this is the perfect way to go for your preschooler. They have 2 years of it, and we honestly would have probably gone a second year. But my oldest James is now 4.5 and he's starting kindergarten. And so he's going to a whole different curriculum because this is just preschool. And so I kind of got overwhelmed and decided to just do both of them with this new curriculum. So we will miss this. This was amazing. I was so sad about not doing year 2, but at the same time, I felt like it was the right decision. So I hope you enjoyed this review and that it was helpful. And again, go to busytoddler.com if you just need to see more information, look at the program overview more, or just purchase it because I recommend it. So and this isn't sponsored or anything. I mean, do I look like someone who would sponsor something? No. All right, guys. I will see you around. Bye.